Kahiem Dixon is set to join Charlton Athletic, but to be honest, this move is very underwhelming.
Jamaica have a lifeline! How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz will say, but big up Gunnaz.
If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you are like Alexander Farfalla 6264 that keeps watching my videos on a regular and is not subscribing, the same part of you, 77.7% of people who are watching our videos on a regular and are not subscribing, what are you guys waiting on? Just go ahead, do the right thing, and hit that fat red subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we do post videos. And you can also check us out on our socials at 876gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee, and you can find the link below in the description. Now in this video, I will be speaking about the potential move for Kahiem Dixon to Charlton Athletic, who are a third division team that play in the EFL League One. And again, it is the third division or the third tier league in England. Now, before I get deep into the video, I just want to make it very clear to you guys that love to jump to conclusions that this video is going to be specifically just constructive criticism, right? Kahiem Dixon is one of my favorite players. Shamar Nicholson is one of my favorite players. Those two players are one of my two favorite local players that are in the Reggae Boyz setup, right? So I just want to put it out there that I wish Kahiem Dixon the absolute best, right? Once he makes that move, or if he makes that move to Charlton Athletic, I wish him the absolute best. I hope he conquers it, and I hope he does extremely well. Now, let's just go ahead and take a look at the article that broke this news about Kahiem Dixon's potential move to Charlton Athletic. So the news broke by the 72 that is based in the UK and does basically blog posts for the Championship, League One, League Two, and they also cover transfer news and other stuff as it relates to the lower leagues in England. So the headline says, Charlton Athletic finalizing permanent deal for rapid winger. Charlton Athletic are closing in on the signing of Arnett Gardens winger Kahiem Dixon, according to South London Press. Now, the article also went on to say that clubs in Belgium, Denmark, Portugal, and also the United States were interested in Kahiem Dixon. And that is where this just feels very, very off to me, because we all knew that he was linked to Europe. We all knew that he was linked to Belgium and the Portuguese league and the Denmark league as well. Now, before I head into the constructive criticism part of the video that I'm telling you about, I just want to make it very clear as it relates to Kahiem Dixon and the level that he's going up, right? This move is a very good move for Kahiem Dixon, right? Considering all things, at the end of the day, is a youth who have fought from Rima, is a talented youth, and he might make a way out, right? So he's stepping up in the levels. He's leaving from Arnett and he's going to Europe. He's going to be playing in a way better league that he currently is playing in. And he also will be linking up with his Reggae Boyz teammates as well, Michael Hector and Karen Anderson, which really and truly should help him to acclimatize much quicker and get used to the climate over there, and not only the climate as it relates to weather, but also the football, the training, the professionalism, etc. Right? So on that note, I can give his management a plus as it relates to getting him in familiar territory among faces that he already knows, right? But apart from that, I do not see this as a move. I see it as a very underwhelming move for Kahiem Dixon, and that is what I am going to head into right now. Just can't help but think, right, that there weren't better options for young Kahiem Dixon out there. I think this is a very safe and a very, I don't want to use the word coward because it is a very good move. It is a step up for the youngster. But I think it's a very safe and very timid move for Kahiem Dixon. Given the fact that he was linked to teams in Belgium, in Denmark, in Portugal, and also in the MLS. I would think that a player would prefer to be in one of those top leagues instead of playing third-tier English league football. If I'm to be very honest, most Reggae Boyz fans had high expectations as it relates to the team in which Kahiem Dixon would end up at. So I would be lying if I told you that when I heard news broke that he is being linked and he is on his way to Charlton Athletic, that I did not feel underwhelmed. It is very, very underwhelming news, right? Now, something about this deal just has me thinking and has me saying, the first thing that comes to my mind is that someone in his camp, whether it's him or his management, is just not good enough if this is the best deal that they can conjure up. So it's either Kahiem Dixon is not good enough to play in those leagues, and when presented to the teams that he was linked to in Portugal, in MLS, in Denmark and Belgium, they did not see him fit enough, not in terms of like stamina, but they did not see him fit for purpose in that league. And hence the reason why he had to settle, right? So that is one point. Either Kahiem Dixon is not at the level that we think he's at, or his management team is not at the level that they should be to get a talent that we think is a very good talent in one of those top leagues, getting game time and doing something better than playing in the third tier of English football. Now, Kahiem Dixon is run and managed by International Dimension, which I believe the owner of that agency is Kevin Cowan. Now, it's the same representative of other Reggae Boyz like CFAS, I believe Kahim Paris as well, and also Shamar Nicholson, right? And just going back to even that Shamar Nicholson move, also Trevante Stewart as well. But just going back to that Shamar Nicholson move to Spartak Moscow, it was very underwhelming as well. It was a point in his career where he was very hot, he was on fire, and we were expecting a move to a top 5 league in England, right? And to see him go to Spartak Moscow, it raised a whole lot of eyebrows as it relates to the fan base. And it feels the same here with Kahiem Dixon. I feel as if the move is just a safe move. It's not a bold move, right? And I just don't like that about the way that International Dimension are doing it, right? Especially with these top 2 players, Shamar Nicholson and Kahiem Dixon, were 2 of my favorite local players in recent times. As much as we all love to bash and curse Craig Butler, one thing you can give to Craig Butler is that he's very bold and he aims high when it comes to his players and the teams that he tries to get his players into, right? He tries to get his players into the very, playing into the very highest of leagues in the world, right? Which is commendable, because at the end of the day, if you aim high, when you fall short, the level that you fall short at is still going to be a decent and commendable level. Now look at it. Newcastle wanted Dujon Whisper Richards. Other teams in England wanted Dujon Whisper Richards again as well. But guess who Dujon Whisper Richards ended up at? Chelsea Football Club, right? You have to aim high. And if he's done very well as well. So even if, for example, Dujon Whisper Richards' contract should be terminated with Chelsea tomorrow, he will still have many teams out there who would love his signature and who he will be able to play for, right? That is what happens when you aim high. See? Now I have to commend International Dimension, because they did aim high with Trevante Stewart, securing a deal for him with at Salernitana, right? That didn't work out, and now he's in, I think he's at Serbia, right? Playing football, and that's still maybe not one of the best leagues, but it's still a decent place to learn, to grow. He's still, I believe he's 23 years old. So he's a young striker and he can learn and he can go back up, right? But that is what happens when you start high. If you fail or if you don't do that well, there's still a level below that is a commendable level. But what are you going to tell me, right? If Kahiem Dixon, God forbid, I don't want it to happen, but if Kahiem Dixon should go to Charlton Athletic and he does not perform, where is that level below that he's going to fall to? Right back at Arnett Gardens? Look at it this way. Look at Tariq Jimenez. He was at Belgium, right? Belgium is a decent league. But at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what is the reason why he's back in the Jamaica Premier League now. But he's back in Jamaica Premier League. And if I'm going to be very honest, it must have been because he did not impress, right? Because there's no way if he was tearing up trees, he would have been back playing in the Jamaica Premier League. So that is all I'm trying to say to you guys in this video, right? I just want to see our agencies aiming high marketing our players better, right? And really getting our players playing at the highest of highest levels as their talent suggests. Kahiem Dixon should be playing at a higher level than the third tier English football. That is a fact. So, yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to come out and say that something right here is not good enough, right? As it relates to Kahiem Dixon, it's a very, very good move for him. I wish him all the best. I can see the reason why the move was made to an extent, because he does have familiarity. He will be able to bed in with those Jamaican players that are there. However, at the end of the day, we still need to aim high. We still need to have our most talented players playing at the highest possible leagues that they possibly can. So if you agree with me or if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comment section what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share. You can check us out on our socials at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee. And you can find the link below in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.